So, those who've been subscribed for a while may question my sanity, and all I have to say is, same, honestly. So, if you needed any further verification that I am perhaps completely mental, I am currently sitting in my place of work at 7:30 at night on a Wednesday, in a vacuum store, fittingly, to unbox a new Unbox vacuum that may very well be older than I am, and that I paid over $400 for. They're also cats. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that tonight. Sorry buddy, I gotta move you a little bit. Box is pretty typical fare. It's the same as what you can see all around. And one of the interesting things, I kind of need that label. This actually, if it'll focus, came from Montgomery Ward. So, yeah, I'll get you guys up on the tripod and get this opened up, and we'll have a moment of history here. Okay, I take that back. I did notice some other things on the other side that are fairly unique. So, you've got the original shipping address from Iona, and got it going to a distribution center for Montgomery Ward. There's the logo. And apartment and SKU numbers, as well as a number of cartons. So, two interesting things. There is no indication of which end is technically up. And I've cut all the tape, but there are staples to remove. So who wants to take a bet on whether or not I open this from the wrong or the right end? We're about to see. I'll angle this up a little bit more. Lesson of the day is that these little bitches are a nightmare, and they should never be actually used. And yes, I did just gingerly try to remove staples from about a 14-year-old package. I'm going to take you off the mount for this because I think just about everybody should look at this. Now, from what was being said with other people and others that I was talking to, I was thinking that this might end up being one of the white trimmed very early variants. It does not look to be. This is basically like a Thunder, effectively. But yeah, so this is the view you get. And the people who bet against me, well, guess we surprisingly opened it from the right end. Shockingly. So, I'll put you back on, and I'll lay this in the floor and get it out. Now, my apologies if this doesn't come out perfect. I do not have a separate monitor or any way to view what's being recorded. So if this doesn't come out exactly perfect, there's not much I can do about it. I'm trying to get you both a wide enough angle so you can see what's going on, but still close enough to, well, see what's going on. So, here we go. First thing is a package tray insert that holds the handle along with owner's manual and registration forms. This guy fell out next. It is sealed and not marked what's in it. And well, that's pretty much it. Outside of this guy here, and the packaging is supposed to slide like this. Most of that paperwork I've already seen from the, like, Fantom documentation for dealers. And then you've got the machine. So the Fantom logo is a sticker, no Thunder logo. The inside shroud is completely black, and it's got the original 11 amp 2-stage motor. Well, at least for these, I suppose technically it was a 9 amp if you really want to go back. But I'm gonna open up whatever's in that box. I think it's probably the dusting brush, and then we'll be right back. It's interesting because some of the cardboard has actually almost started to disintegrate and dust the machine lightly. So, not perfectly pristine. Hose end is a bit malformed. So I was partially correct. We do have the dusting brush, and I kind of thought it was a little bit too noisy rattling around to be just that. We've also got the Fantom How-To, and a sadly completely unmarked but original 15-year-old Fantom belt. Actually, it's way older than that. That's completely off the mark. I'll look at the date code on the back of this, but it's actually a lot older than that, most likely. And the videotape, I don't know if that'll actually focus. Videotape is made in Canada and has its own part number. And says Fantom in purple on the side. So, I missed one other thing that fell to the bottom of the box, the owner registration card. That's really about it. I'll give you a little bit of a tour around this guy, and then we'll take a look and plug her in. Sorry about the AC if you guys can hear it. It's actually relatively warm in here, so I don't really want to turn it off. But yeah, as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. There is a lot of dust from the cardboard. And then the rubber, you can tell it's a little bit, I want to say dry rotted, but it's not. You can tell it's almost kind of oxidized, I guess would be the best way to put it, where you've got that kind of white sheen coating. And here is a brand new Fantom in all its glory. Most of this is pretty much stock Thunder. Now, here's the model number and everything like that. It says Iono Appliances, so it's got to be early. Though these serial numbers are not easy to decode like the later ones, so if anybody knows exactly what that date is, let me know. The other thing, and I'm going to take a picture of this, I've never seen this little patent sticker before on one of these. It's got the patent numbers for Canadian and US machines, which is pretty much the only place these were really marketed, but yeah. And horsehair brush, and HEPA filter casing that still has a label, if this will focus with the glare. Guess not. And fully intact veins on it. Oh, actually, so also here's the helpline sticker. I know what will help us date it at least a little bit. FAR filters, November 16th, 1995. FAR was, I think, one of the earliest manufacturers of these filters for Fantom. They're pretty much the original spec, but yeah. This machine is not quite a full year, not quite a year older than me, but it is older than I am, most likely. Ain't that a trip? I'm going to put you back on the tripod and plug this in, just in case the switch is already in the on position and we get surprised, because there's no way to tell with these, obviously. And we'll be back. So one last thing I forgot to record. the base of a completely clean and unmolested Fantom. The brush roll is perfect. It actually still spins and seems like that belt has halfway decent tension for having been in the box, you know, almost, what, 23 years? So, well, moment of truth. Alright, here we go. Time to plug her in. Okay, so this is a bit nerve-wracking. I'm going to try and get a little bit of the glare off. We've just got fluorescent lights in here, so lighting isn't great. Power switch was off, so no surprise startups. That means I need to flick on a 23-year-old machine and see if it works or blows up in my face after not having been started for that long. So, cross your fingers, everybody. So I'm actually kind of at a loss for words right at this moment, because I've been wanting to do this for years. When they were available, I never had a Fantom as a kid, partially due to some of my own stupidity. New, I should clarify, so I've never taken one out of the box, never touched one new. This was an experience. And it sounds perfect. It's kind of odd to know what a new Fantom smells like, as weird as that sounds. I should probably take the wand off and at least like run this thing for a second or two on the carpet. So yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna move this down. Yeah, everything is a sticker, and these are actually slightly coming off, so that's a bit worrisome, but it's 23 years old and NOS, so. And the tools aren't all messed up either. Here's what a Fantom floor tool actually. I never knew there was a felt seal in those guys. I'm learning all kinds of interesting things. Alright, well, let's see. So, first off, wand release. Not the easiest one-handed. Typical Fantom, it'll do your dusting and not much else, but it is stronger than some used ones I've used. Lights work. I had it on the carpet for about a second, but I put it back up because, yeah, the belt is way too stretched. It's just going to burn through. But I guess you can't really ask much of a 23-year-old belt now, can we? And it does look like it picked up some kind of small fuzz off the carpeting. Let's see. Oh my god. Look at how clean that is. Holy hell. I think some of that's actually its own packaging, but there is a little tiny bit of dust and fluff in the bin now. Not much. not the easiest to do one-handed, but there you guys go. For anyone who's wondering, this guy will most likely, I'm going to put it back in the box, and it'll basically be stored until I have a place where I can actually properly sit it out and display it. So, not sure how long that's going to be, but until then I'd like to keep it in pretty much perfect condition in the box. It's not never going to get any use. I'm not one of the people that buys something and leaves it sealed and never touches it, as you can tell by this video or the Fantom capture machine, but this definitely won't get as much use as the Fantom capture machine. I have other Thunder and Thunder lookalike and Fantom originals to use in that role. But thanks for coming along on this journey, everybody, and hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, I'll try and answer them as best I can. I think most people already have that Fantom how-to video up, but if I can get some kind of capture setup running, and since that's a new tape, hopefully it isn't as worn, maybe I can get a bit better quality capture, but I really doubt it. I don't think they were shot with all that great production quality in the first place. So, yeah, that's a new in box, new old stock Fantom.